Hey guys, it's Joe Hashey, and if you've been following the channel and subscribing to our videos, you've known that I've done a lot of speed training videos over the last month. Now, what I want to do for you is compile them all and kind of organize your program for you. So, what you're going to see in this video is I'm going to start at the beginning with the two basic exercises. I'm going to show you some strength exercises and how to develop the right patterns in your body, and then we're going to do some explosive training. So we're going to take a step back. I'm going to show you the two drills that I want you to do at the beginning. The first one is a walking lunge, and I want you to do it for 10 yards and at least 5 sets. With the walking lunge, we're rotating our hands, hip pocket, eye socket, our fingers are open, and we're traveling forward with good posture. Now I'll do some at you because we want to teach our bodies not to come across your midline when you're running. That's a great drill to get started with. Now the second drill I want you to show is going to eliminate the lower portion of the body. It's called the hammer and nail drill. You want to do it for 10 seconds, progressively faster. So you're gonna do it 10 seconds, you start slow, you start working up, and once you hit that 10-second mark, break it down, and then build it up again next set. Take about 50 seconds off, so use the span of a minute, and repeat. As you get faster, make sure that forearm doesn't go. Make sure you're not twisting, your elbow's not leaving your side, you're not crossing your midsection. I know it's a lot to remember, but that's why I'm giving you the complete guide. So Corey's gonna come on out. I got my hands open. I'm going to set up, and I'm going to slowly start, then build up. Over 10 seconds, then I'd stop. I would rest to near complete rest, and then I would go again. The rest is very important, so you're not tired, and you're not letting your rib cage collapse, and you're not reinforcing poor form. There's your first two drills. Okay, for the strength portion, I'm going to give you 2 exercises. There are an abundance of exercises, and if you browse around the channel, you can see them all. But I'm going to give you the 2 that I want you to start with. The first one is the single leg Romanian deadlift, single leg RDL. I'm going to show it with body weight today. I didn't in the earlier video, but I'll show it with body weight, then I'll progress it to weight, and then I'm going to show you the Bulgarian split squat, or it's also called the rear foot elevated split squat. When you're doing the single leg RDL, make sure you're pulling the toe up, backside toe. So we're coming down. We're using opposites. Why? Because when we run, it's opposite sides of the body. Take note of my hip position. I'm going to show you one more time. My hip's going backwards, and I have a slight bend in the leg I'm on. My backside toe is pulled up. So my hips are going backwards. My toes coming up. My back leg's parallel with the ground, then I'm pulling up. That's where you want to start. Then start adding weight. I'll show you this one from the front. You're going to go both hands down to the toe. Pull back up. The next exercise I want to show you is the rear foot elevated split squat. And this can all be done in a gym. You don't need a lot of space to do these, so start adding these to your program. When you start, you're going to start with no weight. You're going to work your arms in a good running position like always though. You have a good split between your legs. Your front knee is not going forward. You're keeping what's called a vertical shin. What I mean by vertical shin is when I'm down here, my shin is more or less straight up and down, not here. If your knee is over your toe, that means either your split is too narrow, hop your front foot forward, or you're just driving it forward and you're not getting your back knee close to the ground. Here's what it looks like with weight. Start adding these drills while you're in the gym. You're going to reap big benefits when you hit the field or the court. All right, let's start working on some force now. Corey's going to demonstrate a couple different box jumps for us. We're going to start at the beginning, then we'll progress 3 different levels for you today. So Corey's gonna start with a 2-foot box jump to 2-foot landing. It's the normal one. We don't crank the box very high. Corey's kind of got a freaky jump. It's very low for him, but he's just gonna jump up in the box, try to land as softly as possible. Good, and then you wanna step down. I don't like it when athletes jump back on their Achilles and try to land a backwards jump. Doesn't make much sense to me. The next progression, after you get the single leg down, after you're working on just one force, after you get the double leg down, now we're gonna do the single leg. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead, Corey. Single leg box jump. Again, trying to stick the landing. Good. It's a single leg to 2-foot landing. Start people there. Don't go single leg to single leg landing and you're on top of the box, your foot way up, and you're wobbling all over. Once you get that down, you can go single leg to single leg. Good. Now, those are the basic progressions. Here's a little bit of an advanced one. Corey's going to demonstrate a broad jump to box jump. So we have our force going horizontally. He's going to stick the landing and quickly redirect it vertically, an important aspect of being agile. Good. I'm going to have him do one more. Good. As soon as he lands on that first jump, he's thinking about redirecting straight up. Once you get those drills down, you're going to find yourself being able to redirect force a little bit more and put a little bit more force in the ground. That's kind of the point of speed. Okay, strength first. Now we start to develop the force with the basic box jumps. Now before we start running forward, side to side, getting agile, we want to make sure we're doing the running portion correctly. So the first thing is you're going to do that isometric with a band around the post and coming up to a good running position. Make sure you set your band nice and low on the post so you're not pushing forward, you're actually drawing up. So band nice and low, right around your ankle. This isn't a max effort exercise. Don't go crazy with the band because then you'll actually start pushing forward and that won't be correct when you hit the field. Just bring it up and you hold it. Toe up, knee up. That's going to set us up for a rooster drill. Now out of that, you're going to start doing the rooster drill, which is toe up, knee up, and I'm going to come down, I'm going to hit the floor, and then it's called wiping the gum off your shoe. My foot strike, and I'll back up in a second, my foot strike is hitting right underneath my body, and then I'm drawing it back. So the advanced progression, screw the posts, we're coming up in running position, boom. Knee up, toe up, hand up, other hands at your hip pocket, and slowly, I'm coming through and I'm scraping the gum off my shoe. So you want to hit it fast and then reset yourself. Hit it fast and then reset yourself. Okay, with the band, kind of takes care of the front side for us with that band low on the post. And the rooster drill, we're getting the right portion. We're starting to get a little bit of backside, but let's go ahead and re-emphasize the backside with some sled marching. I showed it in the earlier videos in the Prowler, but I know a lot of people don't have access to it. So I'm going to show it again on the 45-pound plate on the turf, and I see a lot of people just grab it and try to run with it. And I'm going to show you why that's wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the right way. I'm going to put my hands on the sled, or the plate, and I'm going to work into full extension. Back legs nice and straight, I'm set up, step. Each step is getting me in the right position as if it would when I was running, full extension on that back leg. Now if you run with it, a lot of times you're going to cut that step short. I'll kind of show it at slower motion so you can see it. And you never get into full extension. That's one of the big problems a lot of athletes have. So instead of getting that glute pushed out straight, you're coming here. See at my knees, I'm not fully driving into the ground. That's reinforcing poor running position. So make sure to add that drill, but make sure to add it when you're doing it right. Okay, now that we've had the program set up the right way, we trained our brain on how to move our body, we added some strength, Now let's get to some running. Let's get to the actual speed portion now that we've set it up the correct way. The drill I showed you earlier was the drop step, which Corey's gonna come out and show you again. With a drop step, make sure you are pushing. The coaching cue is push into the ground. Don't reach with your leg forward. Good, Corey's traveling about a yard with that first step. If you're just leaning and then reaching, you're not getting anything out of that drill. So make sure you're doing them the right way. Very important. Now the next drill I'm gonna show you is that drop step. And in this video, I'm gonna hook you up with two different variations. In the previous video, I just showed you the straight drop step. And I'll show you that again in case you haven't seen those. Instead of coming right at you, I'm actually facing the other way. Instead of rotating my hips, just swinging the gate wide open, I'm quick pivoting my hips and I'm driving out of it. I'll show you at about 50%. So turn and push into the ground when you run. You gotta make sure you cover some distance. Now that's the basic drop step. You just drop step and go. Now, a couple people commented they wanted speed train drills for linebackers. And yeah, this could be used for linebackers, but it could be used for almost any other defensive position as well, not just football. We're gonna drop step and we're gonna go into 45-degree angles. So instead of drop step, straight back, and I'll show you very slowly at the beginning. Drop step, and you're push at a 45-degree angle. So we're just not working in a straight line, that we're starting to break things off a little differently. So we're here, open, drive at a 45. Make sure you do it on both sides. Driving, knee up, toe up, all those patterns coming together. We're starting to get a lot faster just with these free videos on YouTube. Now, to end this guide to running faster, I want to give you two things I haven't shown you before. The first thing is how to stop. Great videos on running faster, but when do most injuries occur and when do most athletes lose force and have an issue? It's when they're slowing down and have to redirect. So when you stop your sprints, you want to stop them just like you started them. You're going to start slowing down your hands, start bringing your feet a little bit together, and come to a stop. One thing that really irritates me is when athletes are doing sprints and at the end they just kind of flop all around. It's just like they let their joints do all the stopping for them. So if you're coming in at full speed, you want to sink your hips, and unlike when you started, you want to close your feet. But you do want to sink your hips like when you started and work your hands. I know I'm working a very short distance, but you're coming in, done with your sprint, and just slow down the correct way. You're actually going to get some training benefit out of it as opposed to the typical, if I'm just running off the end of the rubber. You know, kids just let their bodies flail around. It looks like crap, and they're begging for an injury, and they're missing an opportunity to get much more agile, the ability to redirect that force. Now, the last little tip I'm going to end with is I'm going to go back to that band drill. And if you don't have a band, not the end of the world, you can do it without. And I'm going to teach you something a little more advanced, a little treat for you. It's called proprioception. What that means is the knowledge of your body and space. It's pretty easy when you have the eyesight and you know what's going to happen. In sports, you typically don't know what's going to happen. It's a chaotic environment. So the basic drill again is I'm going to put the band around my foot, pull it forward a little bit. And this is something I want you to try at home right now without the band. You're going to come up to that good running position, and if you can hold it for 30 seconds, go ahead and do it. Now, if you can hold that position, use the band in the gym, but for right now we're doing it at home. If you hold that position, 30 seconds, great. Now the next progression is to close your eyes. You're gonna be amazed at what you lose. Most of us use our spatial awareness to be able to balance. In sports, we don't always have that benefit. I'm running forward, I'm seeing someone coming at a different angle. I'm not sure if he's gonna go in front of me, behind me, I have to make a move. You have to be aware. Now, to train kind of the natural aspect, if you've ever seen a guy like Barry Sanders run a football, it seems like he sees 360 and he's always up and down and shifting his body all the way around. And the trick is he actually doesn't need to see around him. He's able to do that instinctively. So to help develop the instincts at a very basic level, as you come up into that position right now, and you close your eyes. And you see how long you can hold it for. I'm pretty stable because I've done it before. But typically when you do it, you're gonna see the knees start wobbling, your ankles start wobbling, you start falling over right away. You will very rarely make it to 30 seconds unless you're a very well-trained athlete. Now, one more pointer when you do it, bottom leg straight. Not like this. You're not training anything like that. Get up in that statue position and see if you can hold it with your eyes closed. Start with 5 seconds, build to 10 seconds. Start to feel how your body balances without seeing everything around you. It's gonna help you run faster, it's gonna help you be more agile, and most importantly, it's gonna help you be a better athlete. These running faster and strength training drills and speed training drills have to have the ultimate goal of making you better at your sport. Thank you very much for watching. I also have a free program for you. I'll put it up here at the top. It's also down in the comments. You can click on it and download it. I'll give you a few more of these tips on how to train your body to prepare itself to be better at your sports. Make sure to like the video, share it with your friends. We spent a lot of time on this trying to hook you guys up. I really appreciate you guys commenting and telling me what you want. And go ahead and do so again. What do you want next? Do you like the shorter videos? Do you want me to hit you with another longer one? Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe because we're going to do this again and we'll hook you guys up with a lot of content and I don't want you to miss out. Thank you for watching.